Let's start with something that might hit you in the chest. If you retire with $500,000 and you follow what most financial planners recommend, you're looking at roughly $1,600 to $1,700 per month from that money. That's it. $500,000. A number that sounds massive. A number that feels safe. A number that took decades to build. Turns into something that looks surprisingly small. Now, before you panic, before you question everything, before you start recalculating your life choices, take a breath. Because $500,000 in retirement can either feel like freedom or feel like financial suffocation. And the difference doesn't come down to luck. It comes down to 5 specific variables that most people completely ignore. Today, we're answering one simple question. Can you retire on $500,000? The honest answer? It depends. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what it depends on. Let's strip emotion out of it for a second and just talk numbers. There's a widely known retirement guideline, often called the 4% withdrawal rule. The idea is simple. In your first year of retirement, you withdraw 4% of your portfolio. Every year after that, you adjust for inflation. Historically, this strategy was designed to make your money last around 30 years. So what is 4% of $500,000? It's $20,000 per year. That breaks down to about $1,667 per month. That's your baseline. Now pause. If that number alone scares you, good. It should, because retirement planning starts with clarity, not comfort. But here's where things get interesting. That $1,667 isn't your full income. It's only one piece of the puzzle. And the rest of the puzzle is where everything changes. Most people talk about retirement savings like Social Security doesn't exist, but it does. And depending on your work history, it can dramatically shift your reality. Let's look at 3 completely different retirees. Scenario 1. Lower lifetime earner. Someone who worked steady jobs earning around $30,000 to $40,000 per year most of their life. Their Social Security benefit might land around $1,300 to $1,500 per month at full retirement age. Add that to your $1,667 portfolio withdrawal. Now you're at roughly $3,000 per month total income. That's $36,000 per year. Now retirement starts looking possible. Not luxurious, but possible. Scenario 2. Middle to income career. Someone who earned around $60,000 to $70,000 per year over decades. Their Social Security benefit might land around $1,900 to $2,200 per month. Now combine that with your investment withdrawals. You're sitting around $3,600 to $3,800 per month. That's $43,000 to $45,000 per year. That feels very different from $20,000. Same $500,000 portfolio, completely different lifestyle. Scenario 3. Higher earner. Someone who consistently earned 6 figures and maxed out their Social Security contributions. They might see $3,000 plus per month in benefits. Add your $1,667 withdrawal. Now you're above $4,500 per month. Over $54,000 per year. Now retirement doesn't look like survival. It looks like stability. Same $500,000. Different life. Your Social Security benefit alone can swing your annual retirement income by $20,000 plus. That's massive. And here's the part most people ignore. Delaying benefits increases them significantly. Claiming at 62 permanently reduces your check. Waiting until 70 can increase it by roughly 8% per year past full retirement age. That decision alone can mean hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Factor 2. Where you live changes everything. This is the most underestimated variable in retirement planning. Location is not just about lifestyle. It's about survival math. Let's compare 2 retirees with identical income of $3,600 per month. Retiree A, high to cost city, rent, $2,200. Utilities, $200. Groceries, $450. Transportation, $200. Healthcare, $500. Total, $3,550. That leaves $50. One surprise expense, and they're dipping into savings. One major repair, and they're stressed. Retirement feels tight. Retiree B, lower to cost area, rent or mortgage, $1,000. Utilities, $150. Groceries, $350. Transportation, $400. Healthcare, $450. Total, $2,350. That leaves $1,250 per month in breathing room. That's $15,000 per year in flexibility. Same savings, same social security, different zip code, different life. Over 20 years, that cost of living difference compounds into hundreds of thousands of dollars. Your retirement budget is not determined by your portfolio. It's determined by your expenses. And expenses are largely determined by where you choose to live. Factor 3, healthcare, which is a hidden monster. This is where even well-prepared retirees get blindsided. If you retire before 65, you're responsible for private insurance until Medicare begins. And it's not cheap. Premiums alone can approach $1,000 per month depending on age and coverage. That's $12,000 per year. Add deductibles and out-of-pocket costs. You could easily spend $15,000 to $20,000 annually before Medicare even starts. That alone can wipe out your entire 4% withdrawal. Even after Medicare kicks in, you still pay. Part B premiums, prescription coverage, supplemental plans, dental and vision, which aren't fully covered. Healthcare can easily cost $5,000 to $7,000 per year per person. And over a 25 to 30-year retirement, it can total hundreds of thousands. This is why retiring at 60 versus 65 is not just 5 years. It's 5 extremely expensive years. And that decision affects everything. Factor 4, inflation. The quiet thief. Inflation doesn't show up dramatically. It creeps. A 3% average inflation rate doesn't sound scary, but over 20 years, it nearly doubles your cost of living. If you need $4,000 per month today, in 20 years, you might need over $7,000 to maintain the same lifestyle. That's the math most people never run. This is why keeping all your retirement savings in cash feels safe, but slowly, guarantees decline. You need growth to fight inflation. Historically, stocks have averaged around 9 to 10%, bonds around 4 to 6%, inflation around 3%. A balanced portfolio isn't about chasing gains. It's about protecting purchasing power. But here's the danger. If the market drops early in retirement and you're withdrawing money at the same time, it can permanently damage your portfolio. This is called sequence of returns risk. And it's real. That's why many retirees keep 2 to 3 years of expenses in safer assets, so they're not forced to sell investments during downturns. Retirement isn't about maximizing returns. It's about managing risk intelligently. And factor 5, debt the make or break variable. This one is simple. Debt reduces flexibility. Imagine 2 retirees with identical income. Retiree 1, no mortgage, no car payment, no credit card debt, monthly expenses, $2,800. Income, $3,600. They have surplus. They have breathing room. They sleep well. Retiree 2, $1,400 mortgage, $400 car payment, $250 credit card payments. Now expenses jump above $4,800. Income is still $3,600. Now they're withdrawing extra from savings every month. That accelerates portfolio depletion. Instead of 30 years, their money may last 15 to 20. Debt doesn't just cost money. It increases fragility, and retirement requires resilience. So, can you retire on $500,000? If you're debt-free, you manage healthcare wisely, you are strategic about location, you delay Social Security intelligently, you keep a balanced portfolio, you control spending. Yes, absolutely. If you retire too early without planning, you carry high debt, you live in an expensive area without adjustment, you underestimate healthcare, you keep everything in cash, you overspend in early retirement, then no, it becomes very difficult. The bigger truth, $500,000 is not a magic number. Neither is $1 million or $2 million. There are people miserable with $2 million because their expenses are uncontrolled. And there are people thriving on far less because they built their retirement around intention. The median retirement savings for many Americans is far below $500,000. If you've reached that number, you're already ahead of many. But retirement is not about comparison. It's about design. The money is the tool. Your plan is the blueprint. And the blueprint matters more than the tool. Retirement isn't about quitting work. It's about buying freedom. Freedom to choose. Freedom to breathe. Freedom to not depend on a paycheck. $500,000 can absolutely buy that freedom, but only if you structure your life around it intentionally. The question isn't, is $500,000 enough? The real question is my lifestyle aligned with my resources? Because when those two match, retirement works. And when they don't, no number ever feels safe. If this helped clarify your retirement reality, hit the like button. If you're rethinking one of these 5 factors, drop a comment and tell me which one you're adjusting first. And if you want more straight, no-hype conversations about money, investing, and financial freedom, subscribe. Because the goal isn't to retire rich. The goal is to retire ready. Thanks for watching.